This one I'm actually going to try to sing. Well, sing. Bardic sings.
Sure.
Uh,
So I inspired you last week then?
yeah, I'd say so. I'm going to say no. I'm like, no, I think I did.
I hope I didn't blow out any. I haven't. Wow. Seem
Well, I got a bunch of angry mail in my P.O. box. I'm not sure how that happened because, one, I don't have a
well,
P.O. box. Two, how did people know what it was?
fair.
Shout it out there. Shout out there. Shout out that this is here on my Discord as well as on my Twitter. And of course, it automatically pings on Discord. On Twitter, gods, Twitch, the thing I'm on. Posture check. Is it not breaks? That's bad for you for your computer. We're back.
I actually clicked that because I wanted to remind myself.
I'm also trying to choose my next class. I want something that relies on mind points because that's a resource that my character has a lot of that I don't actually use for anything. So
Spiritist, perhaps?
I was debating Spiritist actually. That or Botanist was the other one I was thinking.
You mean botanist?
Botanist, whatever.
Floralist?
A botanist? I study boats, you see.
Is botany?
I was looking at Floralist too. It's pretty cool.
And on the back of all that, hello everyone. I'm AD Springer, also known as Corvinian. This is the Electric Metropolis video game tour. Playing another episode of Botanist, the Fabula Ultima game. No, I'm just kidding. This is Fabula Ultima, the castle that would pierce the horizon. And we have a bit of a tale to tell. In shadows deep, In shadows deep. I'm gonna cut the music because that's throwing off my. There we go. Shadows deep, secrets lie. Scriptorium of the eclipse, waits nigh. Place where whispers weave their tale. Heroes tread paths so frail. Through halls adorned, cryptic art, first contact marks where quests start. A mule bright, dawn's embrace, hints of secrets hidden. The tome where shadow dance, cipher runes to seize your chance. By moon's first kiss, the path revealed, in ink will dark, the way is sealed. Second contact's mural, bold. Twilight's fingers, firm yet cold. With courage, face the fears within, for only then can you. Riddle pose, shadows, flex the truth in mirrored light. With willpower strong, path you'll see. Whisper soft, your mind free. At maximum eclipse, the tale of lore, darkened sun, an ancient score. The guardian stands with secrets grim, challenge set a test of whim. Beat the warden, earth must rise, battle won through clever guise. Yet words may turn the tide of fight, speaking truths unveil the light. Contact shows the fading night, where stars align in guiding Wisdom's trial lies in scrolls and ink, ancient books the answers wait, books of lore with title grand, key to shadows land. And ink will bear a quill's embrace, feels the switch to find your place. Fourth contact's mural, dusk to dawn, speaks of secrets now reborn. Compassion's touch, a heart so pure, guide you through this final door. Secret shadows deep your heart unfold. The quill shall write the way made clear, path of light in dark. Though trials faced with strength and heart, the umbral quill plays its part. In shadows deep, the lore it weeps, the power of the eclipse. Member hero in will and wits must interlace, for in the scriptorium's dark embrace, secrets of the ancient race. That will in no way be relevant to today's proceedings.
I'm sure.
This won't be on the test. Don't worry.
This will be a test.
That was harder than you were ready for, wasn't it?
I practiced a couple times actually. I rushed it. There's a few bits I was supposed to.
Sure.
I was listening to the Library of Sleeping Memories. As much as I love that song, that is not the tune. So when I started, I was like, wrong
what's
song.
One take, no rehearsal.
Yeah.
That's what I did last time. Y'all didn't even care.
Toad sings My Way, no AI, one take, no rehearsal.
Surely I sounded better than Toad.
No, it's
I mean-
a video.
Oh, I never heard of it. Sorry.
So, the last we left off, you had all exited. You had rested in the young sacred grove near the Whispering Ruin, of which you found a certain one of the artifacts. And I believe you were all about to set forth back to the train because you had to leave it behind.
That's right.
Yes. And we stayed overnight in like that really calm grove thing.
Yep.
That's where we're at. So we're like 1 day's travel train. But the train should be able to go now because the tracks glitched out. Like, that's not happening.
Yeah, you're just walking back to where you know you left the train, which let's find out together if anything happens to you between here and there.
Of course, we'll have to be careful. Okay, we don't have to be. We should. We're still in the Darklands.
Yeah. Travel roll.
Did everybody note what their resting thing was that they got a bonus to?
Good question, that.
I put mine in my notes. I daydreamed. I went to my journal, made a place where I can just basically put my current back. This.
Let's see, you're in a forest. Or no, you're heading into a hilly area. So, hills. You have the dice, the travel roll reducer. Hey, Demeril?
Yep.
So, not a D10, it is a...
The lower the better, is that right?
Yep.
And you travel out from the forests that surrounded the grove and ruin and find yourself finally back at your where you left the train, sitting nestled among some dark hills, sitting along the ley line track.
No one broke in, right?
Thankfully, no. Seems the benefit of having a train out in the Darklands is there's not a whole lot of people out here. And creatures aren't clever enough to steal a train.
Yeah,
Most
you
of
might.
them aren't, anyway.
Yeah, you might find a few birds made a nest on it, but that would be the worst, right?
The train has been stolen. It's the damn squirrels.
God damn, the squirrels. Yeah, I was gonna say the squirrels and the chipmunks are you look out for them, but that's about it.
Crafty little bastards.
You never know when they'll strike. Anyways, we're getting on the train. Train, sweet train.
Now that we've arrived to the train, I find the appropriate like table or whatever for the navigator, and lay out the true map for the party to consult while we travel. We have access to the use of the true map of countless realms.
There we go.
Yay.
So each time we pull a new tile or hex while exploring, we can choose to re-roll that tile, but must.
Yeah, you'll have to take the new one if you re-roll.
Yep.
So yeah, the train powers up just fine as usual. Oops, I moved the grove. This one.
To be honest with you guys, the thing we need is supplies. We're all running some amount of low.
I have a question for the DM. If I have full story points, can I basically give off all my junk
Nope.
to someone else who needs it?
All your Fabula points, you mean?
No, I meant my inventory. Can I give my inventory?
No.
Okay.
Because it represents the stuff that your character found interesting. It's not necessarily, it's stuff that other people unlikely found interesting. Mind you, some stuff, and the stuff that is common, you would spend for other people to use. So if you wanted someone to heal, you'd say, here's a healing potion.
Gotcha.
Spend out of your pack anyway.
Well, I believe when we were ending the last session, talking about how it's a good opportunity or a lot possible, we'll run into a small settlement along the path way, so don't necessarily need to like leave dark and supply. We can find a place to fly as we travel.
Yeah, we should probably keep moving and try to look for town.
Yep.
Of some sort.
We'll keep an eye out for a settlement as well as the.
What direction do you go?
Well, I think we're going to continue along this way.
Sounds good.
Okay, so you start heading north, forward as far as you're concerned. Drops back down to a D8 as you're traveling back to a forest, but drops down even further because a sacred grove is present. It's a D6.
Did we find the only dangerous creatures in the region?
As you're trundling along and enjoying your journey, you find that there's something lurking at the edge of the wood, in the direction you want to go. Some sort of shadowy creatures.
Is it keeping pace with the train?
It's ahead of you. You're heading toward it.
Does it
Oh,
look
yeah.
like if we try to just ride by it, it'll intersect?
It's near or on the ley line track ahead of
Okay. Then.
I'm gonna pick up speed. We're gonna try to. If this thing tries to get in our way, I think I'm gonna try to roadkill it.
We
I
are
think-
in a train.
I think insight's part of it, as you try to find a good timing to wait for them to just move just off the trains enough, or if they are on the track, try to go, can I run into them, or do I have to time a gap? I think
We'll
insight's
use
part of it.
insight and dex.
Sure.
Ooh.
If... I don't think help's going to help much there.
Got it.
You gun it just in time for all of them to be hit by the train. Unfortunately, they are brought into the train with you.
Oh. Does that
Nice.
mean they phase through the front and into the compartment, or what?
Yeah, they phase through the front of the thing, and suddenly you have a bunch of creatures aboard your train, as these seems to be spectral versions of whatever these monsters are. You're in combat
Ah.
now.
Wonderful.
Ah. Cuss.
Okay, I guess
Okay.
I'm leading on initiative, then I can take it.
Whichever kind of monsters you ran into. just
Attention, all passengers. We got a bit problem here in the engine car. It looking like like ghosts. Actually, you hear a couple gunshots. Yeah.
All right, I've got-
Cox gun. Darklands is haunted.
I've got +4 initiative for the party, so. Is it fine with you guys if I lead then?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah. I think we're first.
The coat closet is surprisingly close to the engine car.
Well, I'm in that little nook that I've dug out for myself. We're like a little, like a little compartment where you'd put up like a suitcase or something. I just pop up in there and peer out of it.
And then we also roll to see if we give you any +1s. I think. Is that right?
Oh no, I don't. Well, I mean, if y'all want to, but I think with the 7, probably got it.
I mean, always worth a shot. That puts you to an 18. Who can use for that? Let me check. It might be something I can do. I can't remember.
So these spectral version.
You see an assembly of strained metal and gems phase through into the engine, and you see that some hulking corpses, large hulking corpses, kind of. It looks like you should be able to just run them over, except they just kind of phase in the train.
Yeah.
Which
Got it. And then they got material in the
Yeah.
engine.
And you notice there was another one of these that kind of. Actually, no. I won't knock Alexander out. I'll have him be basic attack. He won't use any of his special abilities, but he'll go over there and bash stuff. Auto battle. And the initiative on their side. You good guys have the higher initiative here.
Okay, I know we have someone who generally likes to go first because they get a bonus. Is that right?
You can go first.
Um,
7 can go first because she has her gun out.
well, I can do my thing that lets you do the.
Yeah, go ahead.
I can do my thing. My commander wombo combo.
Sure.
Haven't done this one in a little bit.
Basically, move somebody else's turn up with. Right.
Lucius is gonna run forward, He's just gonna do a. Where
Was
is
it 7 going first? Sorry, I missed.
I'm about to do my Commander Wombo combo that's gonna let 7 also do stuff.
So you run up to the train, move to.
Yeah, I'm just trying to refamiliarize myself with the exact mechanics of this combo because I haven't done this combo in a little bit.
Aha.
Because we haven't been in a direct combat for a little bit.
It's true.
Conflict enemies. Okay, yeah. Okay. So I make an attack with my brand new spear. Incorrect.
Go.
Which one are you attacking?
The one that's directly next to me.
Okay, so the Hulk and corpse in front of you. Got it.
Yeah. That only does 8 though.
Well, does a 14 hit is the real question.
That's also true.
A 14 does hit, and it does its regular damage of 8 damage.
Okay. Then. Okay, that's good to know.
You lose the effect of the 10 for this, basically.
Yeah. That's my downside. Is that to do this whole combo?
Is it
I
only
don't
high
do-
roll damage, or
It's the high roll. I lose the high roll becomes 0.
okay, got it.
But I will then spend 10 MP. Hang on. Becomes 54. Thank you. And 7. You may immediately make a free attack with whatever weapon you have equipped. You gain a +2 to the attack.
+2 to attack or to
Yep.
hit?
Or to hit.
Okay, cool.
Unfortunately, your high roll is also 0.
Well, 8 damage is still pretty good though.
Who are you shooting?
Same one, Lucius attack.
Blam.
Then,
But then she also has a normal turn too, right?
because then the thing I get to do is, because I activated charging cavalry, I then get to immediately activate crushing chariot, and 7 immediately gets to take her turn after mine.
So you got that free attack, and now you get your 7.
Now you get your actual turn.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna spend some MP first. Because I'm going to be using Barrage. 7 will be fanning the hammer on this guy and this guy.
Oh, bam, bam. First shot hits, second shot misses. You do your full damage to the first guy, so blast some scrap into him. I'll note the floating bits of metal seem a lot more nimble than the hulking brutes that are around you, or in front of it.
7 is shouting, I want these god-stamped ghosts on my god-stamped train!
Swipe.
It could have been worse. Could have been snakes.
Ooh, snakes.
As it swings furious claws at you.
13 will hit.
18 physical.
Ooh.
Womp. slams
Ooh.
its big meaty hand at you. Turn goes the players.
Did you have anything you wanted to do early, more Duncan?
Yes, but I'm
Go ahead.
also updating my sheet presently.
Well, if you want me to
so
go next, I will. I don't mind.
probably a good idea because it's gonna take me a little bit.
Yeah, no problem. I'll go ahead and go then. All right, so I have mastered class now, so my Theriomorphosis, I like it's a free action now, and I get to choose. So I'm going to start by activating because I daydream. I can take, like, instead of taking 20 health, I'll take 10 health for that. So I take the damage, shapeshift. I'm going to add on Polypoda, which gives me the ability multi 3 strikes, and I'm going to take Toxicophora. When I deal damage with an attack or spell, damage all becomes poison. When my unarmed strikes deal poison damage, loses 20 or more health, become poison. And then I'd also like to take, yeah, you know what? I'm going to skip the Toxic. I don't want that one. I want the armor, and I want Arpakito, which basically increases my insight die up.
Okay.
Yeah, Polypoda, the insight die increase, and the armor.
You metamorphize in front of everybody.
Yep. I basically I sort of like become like a I was gonna say I was gonna get like a sort of like a creature armoring along the arms and back, and my tail that I've grown and my legs are all, and as nimble as my arms are. So while I didn't actually like tentacles, my legs are now as nimble as my arms for attacking.
Gotcha.
That's how I can jump in suddenly and start fighting effectively. Get the keep that in. Go. And then for my action, I am. You said they look like they're hulking zombie type thing, right?
Hulking corpses.
Corpses, right? That's close enough for me. My action will cast the Umbral spell, which I learned from Dead. It's a chimerism spell, and I'm going to spend additional mind points so that I can hit targets. I can hit up to 3 targets, so I'm going to basically cast it on the 2 in front that have already, like these 2 in front, and the guy in the back as well.
Okay.
The one who looks like he might be a boss, I don't know. So I'm spending 30 mind points and have a magic check of 11. Definitely not the best roll. 12 for one of those.
It seems to strike all of them, but they take no damage.
The damage type is dark. They take no damage from dark.
Correct. Seem to be immune.
Ouch. That is not a good way to. But
Oh, which kind of damage are they immune? Oh, dark damage? Yeah. Well, at least they don't seem to heal from it.
Yeah, they don't absorb it. That I would note if they absorbed, even if they're at full health. Actually, yeah, at least two of them were damaged, so they would have if they had absorbed, you would have seen them soaking up the.
Same thing for the guy in the back too. He was also immune to dark.
Same thing. Yep.
Okay. Let me make something. Kill some list. I didn't actually deal damage to any of them, so okay, I'm done. If I had dealt damage to them, at least make them poison, but
The one in front of Lucius takes a big ol' swipe at him. Big furious claws. Just kind of lumbers at you, knocking over chairs and stuff, and just swiping at you like crazy. $13 to hit.
Is that on me?
Yep.
Yeah, I believe that hits. My stats are. Yeah, that just hits. That just hits. God dang it.
It does 21 physical.
Oh!
Falls more Duncan.
Okay, so that's a question since I saw it do physical.
Oh,
Are
wait.
all of the monsters looking like the same sort of monster?
one of them in the back looks different.
Yeah,
Okay.
you would need to do a steady enemy action. 3 of them look to be the same, but 1 looks to be different from them. But they all were immune to dark damage.
Yeah, so I don't waste my abilities or limited inventory points. I think I will do a steady enemy action on this case. Sorry, seeing that they did physical damage changed my action.
Insight's part of it, I believe. Actually, no, I think it's a flat number. It's a flat, certain type of roll. It's one of the few things it actually calls out. Studying an NPC. Insight.
Okay. Once I track down where my... There it is. Insight. Roll. I have no trade points, so I can't spend for I've heard of it. That's unfortunate. Well, I might have heard of them.
So you learn pretty much everything but their basic attacks and spells. Have any spells.
Okay.
You learn that the big lumbering ones are ghouls. They are rank, species, everything. Yeah. Ghouls are a level 15 undead with the traits of aggressive, large, powerful, and terrifying. Its maximum HP is 90. Maximum MP is 45. It has attributes of 8 Dex, 6 Insight, 12 Might, 6 Willpower. Defenses of... Well, no bonus to its magic or physical defense, so it's physical defense 8, magic defense 6. And affinities, this is the real important part. Immune to poison, vulnerable to light, immune to darkness. As for the other one, that is a level 20 Shackled Soul Undead. It has the traits of Anguished, Cursed, Ethereal, and Vengeful. Max HP of 70. Max MP of 70. Dex of 12. Insight of 8. Might of 6. Willpower of 8. And it is immune to physical damage, vulnerable to wind damage, immune to dark damage, resistant to earth damage, vulnerable to fire, resistant to ice, vulnerable to light, immune to poison. I will note that the undead are immune to the poisoned condition, and if they recover any HP through spells or potions, they are considered harmed by it.
So throwing a
No.
healing spell on them damages them like light damage. Get it?
Yeah.
Cool.
I will say use light damage, healing potion.
Yeah, just tell me to use fire.
Well, yeah. Use light, fire, or healing.
When Hulk Brute pushes Imbranius back and attacks Lucius.
God dang it.
No, attack me.
Yeah.
22
Yes.
damage,
How much?
22 physical.
I am going to use what's it? Be careful. I roll a d6. Oof, that's rough. Thanks, guys. So I take half of that. So how much was that?
22.
22. So that becomes 11.
Radiance Vivius rushed to try to save you from full brunt of the attack.
Yeah, I'm still in crisis, but
Alexander Eckhart charges forth and attacks one of the lumbering brutes.
Don't use dark or physical. Well, especially against this guy in the back. Don't use physical, right?
I was gonna say. I think the lumbering brutes can take physical, but
Yeah, but he deals a lot of dark. That's what I'm worried about.
Oops, I did.
yeah, I have to actually.
That's a hit for 21 physical damage. Ow.
Pow.
I see 19. Where's the +2 come?
Oh, 19, my bad.
Me off there. Sorry.
The shackled soul in the rear casts a ghastly wail upon the person who hit them with a train.
You know, that's fair.
Whoa.
Bwah.
Does 8 beat your magic defense?
No.
You.
The ghastly wail sounds creepy as all get out, but you're okay. You're fine. Oh, still creepy though. Bad guys went last, therefore good guys go first.
I do actually have something I would like to do.
Go for it again.
I'm not gonna do my normal thing. As
Well, I was going to tell you, if you do your normal thing, pass it off to me because I can fire.
here's my play. Lucius is going to pull back a little bit. Pull back, men. When we were back in town, we picked up a couple of those elemental shards. Aim and fire. As we are going to take out, I'm going to spend 2 inventory points. And it was fire that the thing was vulnerable to, right? That this guy in the back was vulnerable to.
Yes.
So I will use a elemental shard In addition, I use my quirk. Come on, I know it's in here. It's called. Oh, here it is. Stay down, I'll take care of this. When I create an elemental shard, I may have it deal extra damage equal to 5 plus half my level.
Half your
So that-
level or skill
Yep.
Holy
level?
crap.
Yep, 5 plus half my level.
That's crazy.
Yep.
What's that called? I gotta look that up.
It's called it's Spoiled Scion.
It's a quirk.
Oh, it's a quirk. Yeah, those
It's a
can
quirk.
Yeah, cool.
I suppose it's a quirk. Quirks are supposed to be pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
So, I mean, that's assuming we're rounding down. That's only an extra 7 damage. So
Still.
that's 10 plus 12, so that's 22 fire damage.
Because it's vulnerable, that's 44 fire damage.
Nice.
Woof. A lot of its metal that shouldn't melt quite so easily seems to be a lot more fragile to fire than one might think. And a significant portion of its body melts away, and it is in crisis.
God damn it. Well, that's all my guys can do for me.
They're on their union mandated break now.
They're on their union mandated break.
Yeah. Listen, Lucius. You don't want to be a scab, do you? Exactly.
The Shackled Soul has found a new target
Yep. I'm about to get defeated, guys.
as it
Avenge me.
it starts wailing at Lucius Aventus. 9.
I believe that does not hit. My magic defense is an 11. That does not hit.
Wow! It ghastly wails at you and does nothing.
Right.
You're be glad it didn't hit. I'll just say that. Goes the good guys.
I actually know a fire spell. Y'all mind
Go
if I
for
go
it.
next? Okay. I would like move
Well,
more to
actually-
the front. But okay, go ahead.
I can raise everybody's magic defense. Do we want to do that before, on the off chance that we stop getting lucky with those attack rolls?
Well, the thing we're probably about to beat. Hopefully,
Yeah.
we're gonna take
If
out.
I
Okay,
hit this
perfect.
thing, it'll probably kill it, and the only thing we'll have left is attacks. Right?
That's fine then. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm going to spend 20 mind points so I can hit 2 targets, and I'm going to hit these 2 in the back. Basically, the boss and the hulking brute attacking 7.
Rah.
I cast magic missile. No, sorry. I cast Ember Breath. Ember Breath is from demon species, so it won't get any special effect against these. It is fire damage. I don't know if a 9 is all that good. So
You do know the magic defense. That would hit both of them. You know
okay,
that.
I'm good at that. Then I let it stand. So that's going to be 21 fire damage from both.
21 to the big guy. Ow, this guy's still okay. 21 doubled, melts away the last of this one's metal, and it is defeated.
Okay.
Great.
I'm officially out of mind points though, until I check a potion. Yeah.
The
You said
three
these guys were resistant to fire?
nope, they're not resistant to fire. They are immune to dark and to poison, vulnerable,
And vulnerable
to light.
and I don't have light. Got it.
Bruh, they all roar as they seem to go into a mad fury when the shackled soul separated from them.
Okay.
And this one does some furious swipes, and it's a multi-2 attack, and it bothers to actually swipe at the 2 targets next to him. It'll swing at 7 as
Yikes.
well.
And that is
Oh. Attack at Aether is 18 to hit. Attack to
that's-
Zevin is 21.
Oh,
Oh god.
14 does not
You
get
can dodge that.
my
Mad
armor.
swiping.
Yeah, my physical armor is 16. Ethereal.
So it's your armor, so you're able to kind of avoid the attack. Unfortunately, it does catch Zevin for 21 physical.
Eesh.
Ugh. Yikes.
Raw. They're roaring in anger. Back to the good guys.
No. I
turn.
was gonna say, well, it could have been worse. It could have been another spell. Got all of us.
Ooh, crisis.
So I can do a thing, or you can do a thing. Have you done a thing already, Seven?
Seven has not done a thing.
Okay. So, yeah, it'd be one of the two of us.
Oh, don't forget your little guy with the that deals radiant damage.
Oh.
Yeah, you do have a little guy for that.
I do
That
have
was
a
why
little
you
guy
got that little guy.
who does radiant, yes. Will it be useful if we all drop dead, though?
If they're vulnerable to radiant, I think it'll be useful. Yeah.
If you insist, I'll deploy my little drone. And he's going to attack this guy.
Go, little buddy.
Pew. I said pew. That hits.
They're vulnerable.
12, so doubles, 24 damage. It doesn't go into crisis, but man, that burned. A good chunk of its flesh kind of melts away. It just dissipates when the light hits it.
It's gonna start blinking and beeping and all that. Ooh, it's flying around this guy. Just being a nuisance.
Bleep boop.
Beep boop.
Is the companion attackable?
Yes.
It's going to attack the thing that shot lasers at it.
Does it have range?
Oh, yeah, it's flying, isn't it? It breathes poison at it.
Is it immune to poison?
Oh, wait.
Immunity to poison.
No, oh, well. Actually,
That
I correct myself. It does. Actually, I'm going to double check that thing. Let's see if it has a different symbol for range attack. I haven't worried about range people. It does. So, hilariously, its poison breath is a melee type attack. It must, like, get right in your face and breathe it at you. So
weird.
it can't attack the little guy. It doesn't have a valid attack, so... What was the die for this? It was like... No, you're moving into... 6? Yeah. Let's roll 6. Let's see how... Nah, it's smart enough to not do. Well, it's smart enough. It realizes it can't hit the flying thing. Traits wise,
Comes after one of us instead. Then
it's gonna go after you.
sounds good.
I know.
It's gonna breathe poison at you because it really wants to breathe poison.
Fair enough.
But wait for it.
Is that a physical or magic attack?
It is a wait for it happens. It is a physical attack.
Okay.
I have intercept. On my
Waiting with bated breath.
By attack, spell, or other danger, this NPC may choose to take their place.
Oh. So the little drone, as he's about to breathe at you, the little drone kind of flies up in his face, and it's like,
Ah.
it's breathing like crazy trying to hit it, but it's flying, so it can't really get a good shot off. So it basically just wastes a turn trying to breathe poison. At it.
Perfect.
And even if it hit it, it wouldn't hurt it.
It wouldn't have hurt it anyway. It probably even flies through the poison once in a while. Like, wait, that's just poison damage. Whee!
That's funny.
Me too.
Nicely done, more Duncan. Golf claps all around.
Yeah,
That
good,
was not me.
That was 7.
yeah, good job, more Duncan. That's all your ability.
No, it's not.
I get
Golf clap.
I get the
was seven.
participation for we're done.
No.
MVP.
It's Seven's little device.
Yes.
Yes.
Good guy turn, because you made me waste my bad guy turn. Growl.
Alright, so I think that means it's my turn because I don't think anybody else has a turn anymore, correct?
Alexander just acts last for the good guys. He just does a basic
Alright.
smash.
I will spend 4 inventory points to roll 3 dice. I'm taking a gamble and hoping it pays off. Or, sorry, 5 inventory points to roll 3 dice. My bad. Five, 18, and 1. Okay.
Oh right, you're consulting table.
5 does dark damage, but okay. So you mentioned that they are vulnerable to
Light.
healing.
They're
Like
not
they-
vulnerable. Well, they're not vulnerable to healing. They take damage from healing.
Okay. In that case, where's my target zone?
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Every enemy present on the scene can enjoy 30 points of damage.
Ow! 30.
Yep.
What
30
does that
points
look
of
like as you
healing.
splash them with as you do your healing attack?
I splash them with healing potions.
Ouch. I think. Yeah, they're all in crisis as that healing, the potion
Leg.
melts away their undead flesh and it dissipates bit by bit back into the Sea of Souls.
And I will say, I can't do that again. Kill them quickly.
Bruh.
Ah!
Goes to breathe poison at you.
Yeah,
You want to do
I
splash
knew that
damage? It
was
can do
coming.
splash damage too. Holy crap!
Oh,
ow.
that was so good.
That hurt a lot.
I was hoping to get one between 17 to 20 and another 20.
Oh,
well.
come on. Really? Did you miss this, you stupid thing? You did.
Six
too.
is not-
Oh my god.
6 does not beat my defense.
Does 7?
You've gotten an 8.
No.
Imagine you had gotten an 18. Everyone
Bruh.
recovers 100 hit points.
It lumbers at you, and it breathes poison, but you back away from its grapple, so it can't get a good. It breathes into like a chair, and then breathes into a window. It just misses you. Meanwhile, Alexander doesn't appreciate the accursed undead attacking party member, so it's Zweihander. Yeah.
I was thinking he felt slighted because it attacked her and not him. You know, how insulting. I'm not threatening enough.
That is 20 damage. Ow. As he nearly cleaves it in two. Good guys acted last, therefore bad guys act first. Oh, I'll note, if you guys all get defeated and Alexander doesn't, it's still a defeat for you guys. Alexander just saves you. He just rescues you all, gets you out of the...
Duly noted.
He follows NPC rules.
Well, this one's gonna try to breathe at More Duncan again. He's really chasing after her. No. Breathe. Must. Say anything, he's just growling angrily.
He's
He
7.
wants to give you his version of the kiss of life.
Kiss of
Or is
Online.
it- Oh,
Kiss of
until the
Online,
start of your next
exactly.
turn. Never mind.
Oh wait, no, that might hit. 10.
Sadly, that does hit.
Ooh, just manages to do... 13 poison damage. And you have the poisoned condition.
Ooh.
Your might and willpower die are reduced by 1.
Ow.
Okay, who's debuffed here?
Me?
That's it?
Yeah. How much damage was that again?
13.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you said 13.
13,
Puts me to 31 HP. I am not yet in crisis, but I am debuffed.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'd like to go. I'll do my combo.
Sure. Who are you gonna make your backup? I would say me, but I'm out of mind points, so don't pick.
Yeah.
Can't
I'm gonna make the drone do some stuff.
Okay.
So first off, free attack on this guy that was attacking more Duncan. Give me that roll. Okay, why is it that every time I do this thing that lets me do a free attack,
That's when you roll really high on a high roll and lose your damage die for the high roll. Yeah.
Yep.
How do you lance this thing to death? Because that your 8 is enough to defeat it.
that was my hope. As yeah, he literally he doesn't actually hit it with like the blade of the spear. He actually like rushes into it with like the rod of it and pushes it out the window.
As it falls out the window and tumbles back behind you. That's probably what this thing did too. It fell out and just. You're
We
still.
actually have a
Your train
window
never
that
really
you-
stopped.
Wait, if we're fighting these guys, and you're fighting these guys, and I'm fighting these guys, then who's driving the train?
Well, it's on tracks, so
Yeah.
7, you should have that little flying contraption of yours. Continue shooting. That's been very effective.
Beep boop.
Right. He's at your command.
Shoot!
And he's gonna shoot
A little
this one.
laser. One. This one.
This
That one.
Ooh, this guy.
Sure, not that one. You. You.
Yeah.
You. 9 it does hit.
That is only 5 light damage though.
Oh, it has a good
Double.
tie die. Okay, so that's 10 because it's vulnerable.
But then it gets then whoever wants to go next can immediately go next. On our side. Whether we want that to be Aether or the drone again or someone else.
if I go, it's just gonna be melee attacks, basically.
Then I guess we should just have the drone go again.
Well, that would be letting 7.
Yeah, that's Evan's turn.
Yep.
It's going to fire on this one. Ugh.
Hold. Let me see. Okay, great. I can do this.
I think that 7. It's the-
I do not think that hits.
Does it hit?
With
I
a
don't
7?
think it does.
No.
Okay, hang on. I have a Fabula point. I am going to use because this is 7, right? That's doing this.
Essentially.
Okay.
So you're gonna speak to a bond and add a bonus to it.
No. My trust in you. You can. I spend a Fabula point, and you get to reroll.
Actually, I just looked that up today. You don't re-roll. You add.
He's talking about an
Oh.
ability.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Right. That's true.
My trust in you. I may spend a Fabula point and invoke their traits or bonds in order to let them re-roll their dice. So I presume you have some kind of a bond, some kind of a trait that would let you re-roll this 7.
She's a mechanic by trade. If that targeting reticle's off, she's gonna fix it.
Yeah, I'll take that. You probably during your last rest, you probably made a good faith effort to keep that nice and shiny.
Okay, yep.
So it should be this.
You get your re-rolls.
Oh, that misses. In case you're wondering. 8
Wait.
does hit.
Ooh, very good. Additionally, 7, you regain 20 mind points.
Cool. I didn't use 20, but thank you.
Pew! It fires its laser, and this one evaporates in front of your own.
If you can do that and again in the future, please hit me. I need, and I can throw fires.
This guy, roar, moves up and fury swipes at 7.
12 hits.
That is 17 damage.
Ooh.
And furious swipe at Aether.
Okay.
10.
No, it's not gonna.
With. Raw! Messes up
Well,
7. Tries to get an Aether.
I'm more like blocking it. But yes. Nope, not this time.
Like, you are hitting me. It's not doing anything, so. Goes to good guys.
I guess I'm next. Unless you have something you want to do more, Duncan?
Go ahead.
Okay. How beat up is this one right next to you now?
He
He's the
is
only
in
one left,
crisis.
right? He is in crisis. Okay, well,
Which,
Multi
because you guys
is not
make
a
the
lo-
roll, that means he's below 45 HP.
right. Multi only allows you to attack opponents, not attack the same opponent.
Correct.
Side. So that's not helping. So I guess I'll just get a regular attack with high damage attacks. So let's see. In this case, I'm going to transform my leg into a sword and a spear for 20 damage.
Slash. Good. A good spear slams into it. It is still moving. He did a significant amount of damage to him.
I'm maneuvering around so that he would have to get past me to get to anything else other than 7, who's right next to me. But I'm trying to block his access.
Oh, don't worry. He seems very focused on you right now.
Okay.
More Duncan goes to you. Because there's no more enemies to go. And only bosses get multiple turns. Not all bosses, but solo bosses get multiple.
I'm gonna go ahead and wipe out my inventory points because I don't think we want to let these guys have more ability to beat the crap out of people. He can take 10 fire.
Oh, it's an elemental shard? Okay.
Yeah.
He burns up, but he's still moving.
Oh,
So he
Damn
took
it.
20 fire and took it?
What
I
20
guess he
fire?
wasn't as-
just 10.
Pardon?
What 20 fire?
Yeah, he.
Oh, right. he's
It
not
was the other
vulnerable
guy
to
who was vulnerable.
light. Right, my bad.
But don't worry,
Sure.
Alexander Eckhart charges in with Righteous Fury
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. That about
and misses.
No,
Oh no.
Damn it, Eckhart.
it's fine. It means we can get the glory. I believe the new turn, the enemy gets to go first.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, it's gonna Fury swipe at Aether and Zevin. Fury
sorry, I
swipes.
can't block it.
Aether. 12.
No. I have
Fury
16.
swipes. Zevin. 12.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, you could
No,
have your
don't say
thing
you're
interposed
dead,
for
just say
you.
you're down.
I will have it interposed, yeah.
You'll have an interpose. It's a physical. It's a melee attack. Therefore, it can't. If the thing flies in front of him, misses terribly. Goes to good guys.
Can I go ahead and finish it, guys?
No.
Yes?
Alright, I'll go ahead and attack him. I did last try that.
Somebody hit this damn thing. It should so be dead now. That hits.
Another attack.
100% dead.
15 more days.
Hooray.
And then I, very concerned, help you up and check your setup. Yeah, the good news is we're right next to that that grove. Why don't we like like we're like maybe 300 feet away from that rest. Like we can all immediately recover dipping in water.
I will point out that travel, if you go back, you will have canceled out your attempt to travel out of the hex.
Okay, well, I mean, we were back a hex. We traveled it anyway because we had traveled back out.
Travel
of the
one
hex.
hex.
Yeah, we traveled one hex to get to the.
Oh, it's true. That was just you rolling to get here, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so being here is actually not going to slow us
Wait,
down
no.
at all.
There was.
It will slow us down by half. We can travel
That's
2 hexes per day.
But for the full
this
healing, I think that's
Oh,
I
that's
think that's
right.
worth it.
Yeah, you're supposed to go. You would have gone.
one more hex.
Yeah, cutting our day's travel in half. I
not
think
die. I'm at
is-
3 HP, so yes.
is worth getting back all our HP and MP.
Yeah,
I agree.
to replenish all our health and. So we'll all jump out and head to the grove for the day. The water's so inviting. How can it possibly resist?
So everyone's HP and MP is refreshed.
Oh,
And actually, I will give you guys that free hex anyway, because you guys should have blown through this in the first place, because there was 2 travel rolls. It's just that I screwed up and made you only move 1. You're supposed to have already been in the new tile anyway. So that's my screw up. But you still get your heals. Don't worry about that. You did get that. The new tile is
There it is.
You don't like it? Roll it because we have
forest. Unless you check the map and maybe it's not forest.
I think forest is fine.
Forest is fine.
A forest is fine.
Run, forest, run.
Whoa!
There it is.
All the way down here for some reason. Why? Why?
Why ask why?
What the? Stop fighting me.
This gives us the opportunity to say that we replenish all our potions of those full life potions again that we can use with now.
Yeah. Well, that's represented by inventory points. So if you're
Right,
at
but
zero
I'm saying
inventory,
like if we were low, we can say this is where we filled them up.
yeah. So yeah, you arrive in a more of the forest. This probably was reality influenced forest once upon a time. Travel onward.
Yep.
For another 2 hexes, not 1 hex. You're not walking with the train. I'm not sure why I had that idea. I really am 1 hex mode for some reason. So actually where you're going matters more. So we're gonna roll first hex you travel through, which won't matter. The first hex won't affect your danger levels. It just affects what terrain is there for later. So, but you can re-roll it if you wish.
Well, if we re-roll it, is there a chance that we get a settlement? Like, because we're looking for a settlement replenish.
It's possible, yep.
Why don't we re-roll one of these, or even both of these hexes to get a settlement?
The first one you got was a plain. Empty plain.
Why don't we try re-roll that and see what we get? You guys okay with that?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Try re-rolling the first one. See.
Swamp.
Okay, so we passed through instead. Then we'll do the second one. Like, what was the second hex?
You have to give me a moment.
Oh, sure.
I have to place the hexes. It's not instantaneous.
Oh, I forget. Like you're not revealing them. You're placed.
Yeah.
My bad.
Second one is desert.
Yeah, we can re-roll that one too. Well,
You wish to.
if we hope for a settlement, I think we should.
Seven's fine with traveling through a desert for 1 day. but if you'd like to re-roll it, that's up to you. Oh,
Well,
keeper of
I
the
know
map.
I know Moore really wants us to hit a settlement. I'm going to push for re-rolling the map if you guys agree with that.
It's just 7 driving and Aether in the backseat driving.
Oh god.
Maybe.
You are taking the
I'm
reroll?
hoping to hear other players' points of view here. Jump in, people.
Well, some people might be quiet. They may not want to chime in.
Okay. Moore, do you want us to find a settlement for you, or do you not care that?
Either way, it'd be nice to get a settlement, but I don't I don't know if that map ability is. I don't know what the risks are with it, and I also don't know if it's a limited resource and it's not so critical that if it is limited, we should be using it up.
I think we were told that it's unlimited and doesn't have some drawback. It's not like one of the major artifacts that we're trying to collect. It's just something
Okay.
we got along with.
Yeah.
Is
The,
that
the
correct?
quote unquote downside of it is that when you pull a new tile, you have to take the new one. So if you happen to have a
Right.
good tile before, that's
Well, if you
it.
get a
You
worse
lost
one,
a
you're
chance.
stuck with.
Yeah, like if you guys
Okay.
had to walk through that swamp, you went from plains to swamp. That's a very different travel roll. It's like, oh, I didn't mean to get a swamp. Whoops. Oh well.
Well, I mean, thankfully we're in a magic train, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, you're
So yeah,
skipping
it's
that
Yeah.
tile.
basically the risk factor.
That's fine then. Yeah,
Alright.
I'd say let's reroll then.
That's true to say reroll.
Yeah, I'm good with reroll.
Well, my vote counts for 5. I say no. Because I know what the next tile is because I rolled it. I don't want you to have it. You know why I don't want you to have it? Because I'm a poor sport, but also because it's a city.
Yay!
Hey.
Yay!
Your first city in the Darklands.
Well,
And it's
now we get to
also
see what
on
a
the-
Darkland City
That's
is like.
interesting, and it's on the water.
Why is it on the water? Oh, yeah, it's a port town.
Great.
Neat.
Good to know.
That means there might even be trade coming through here. If it's not just a fishing. Well, if it's a city, then it's fishing.
Oh god, it's Innsmouth.
Oh, and it's not even a
Oh.
village. It's a city.
Wow.
It's huge.
Oh.
I didn't even know there was a city in the Darkland, and I live here.
Yeah.
I suggest we take a rest here.
Let me describe this city for a moment.
The
Unless it's
city
like a
of-
city of undead or something.
Okay. City of Finsmith.
So you're saying like the public high school is like Arkham Public High School? All right. So let's hear it. What do we got? What are we?
You can't, as the train trundles along, you see. At first, you think the ley line is going to take you in through a desert, but across this deserted wasteland. You notice that there is not too far off the train tracks. The ley line tracks. There is a city perched upon, nestled between obsidian cliffs and a sort of thick wood that seems like it's almost like a bit of wood's kind of crammed itself into a nook of these cliffs. And you notice it's very well camouflaged in that it's made of stone, a very dark stone, perhaps even made of obsidian. And you can see a cold blue lights that mimic the look of will-o-wisps of some kind. Perhaps again a way to make people not want to come by. And as you all know to look that way, so you just stare at it for a bit longer. You see there is a tower that just barely stays shy of breaking the tree canopy, which all of you would recognize is a sort of arcane tower or wizard's tower or something.
Does it look like this city would be hard to spot from the air because of its coloration, cliffs,
Yep.
and all that?
From the air, you would just see greenery.
Going over it, wouldn't even see it. Wow. Huh. Wow, I think that's a mystery. I definitely.
And
What do
the
you
map
guys think?
the map notes it as the city of Grimwatch.
Watch. that in my note. That
Well, Eckhart, it looks like we found your people.
The red eyes stare through your soul.
Uh-huh.
He's been chatty lately.
Does not, in fact, meow. Funny as that would be. Oops.
Yeah, we're stopping.
I want to see what kind of people live here.
You guys, you basically would stop the train along the ley lines a bit, and it'd be a short walk from the train over to there. The track doesn't. Surprisingly, the ley line doesn't go into the city, which I will tell to the train driver that is very strange. Every other ley line goes through a settlement, or every settlement is built on a ley. In fact, this one isn't as mud.
All right, well, we'll park it outside and somewhere covered.
Well, it's a
Out of
desert
sight.
wasteland. There's not a whole lot to cover it. To the untrained eye, this train is just running along dry brushland, and it just kind of stopped. So it looks like a train's just kind of there.
Yeah, I'm gonna park it behind like a small hill or something like that, just out of sight from the view of the city.
Give me an insight roll. See if you can. Insight's part of it to see if you can find somewhere nearby that doesn't involve getting too far away from the city.
Maybe you can hide it in that little woods.
With an 8, yeah. This is a lot of desert. Going back the way you came is swamp. Might be able to hide it there, but then you'd have to hoof it back here a day. Other than that, the big problem is you're on tracks, so you can't really change where it goes.
Nah.
At least not yet. Being able to
Right,
create
good.
ley lines is a whole other power.
And you know, this may be this is also very good that we can stop here. We may be able to find further information about the relics that we seek.
True. That looks like a wizard's tower. Perhaps there's a man of knowledge there that we can consult. Wizards
Supplies
usually have
first.
libraries.
I say supplies first. We're running low.
All right, well, let's go resupply. That sounds good. Plus, I really can't wait to rub elbows with what kind of people live in the city. I didn't even know we had a city. I'm so excited. I'm practically hopping from foot to back.
Seven's just gonna ditch it.
I will definitely be recharging all of my inventory points.
Do you approach the city? Grimwatch?
Yes, I do.
One moment.
We're in danger.
I don't think we're in danger. It's a city. What's the worst that could happen?
You didn't just say that, did you?
Please don't say that.
Somebody has to say stuff like that. Come on. I think my wide-eyed, sheltered character is the most appropriate one to do it.
Alexander will guard the train. You approach forest, nestled amidst the cliffs. See the flickering ghost light. Hear very little faint echo of life, commerce. Not a dead city. Definitely a city whose sounds are defiantly muted. Just
I
outside.
was gonna say muted. Oh, that's awesome.
Well,
You-
I'm still excited, and I'm practically in the lead, hopping.
The leader hears a shout from the wall. Who goes there? Stop, or you shall be shot where you stand, creature.
I guess that would be since I'm in front, I'll call it. Hi, I'm Aether. We've just come by to resupply and visit your fair city. This is Grimwatch, right?
See a collection of roughshod guards
We come with coin to trade.
braced with people with arrows, crossbows down at you. You continue to talk to them. They are listening, but you see that where there's one, many others come up to the wall.
Oh,
I will say that willpower is part of it to get these people to let you into their city.
okay. Why? Uh, would anybody else like to try to take the lead who's better at talking than I am? Then
I think we're mm,
my
Yeah.
willpower is terrible. Poison.
Seven's willpower is also terrible. Would you like her to roll?
Well, I was hoping somebody that had some willpower would take over, but if they won't, then I'll go ahead and. I will attempt to convince them with my earnestness and my promise of trade to enrich their economy. Ooh, I got a good roll. 13. I'm also like sort of trying to convince them threat.
You're
Like,
trying to what,
I'm
sorry?
My speech to them is that we just come seeking trade. We come bearing items to sell.
You
and we
learn
have gold
very
to enrich the
quickly.
economy, per se.
You learn very, very quickly. Commerce and trade and friendship, all such things are things they do not care about. They seem to be watching you, every move, to see if you are a threat, if you are something that is here to kill them.
I'm
And as
definitely
friendly as
presenting
you
myself
are,
not-
you recall that some things in the Darklands pretend to be safe to kill you.
right. Of course, that certainly. In fact, many people would classify my character's race as those things, I would assume. But
I would
maybe
say
if the others help, my 13 be good enough. Will help.
13 may be enough. One assist.
I will assist. Yes. Also, hello, Lucius Avantis, scion of the House of Avantis of the Noble Republic of Coriostellum. I am always open to further diplomatic negotiations.
Willpower is
So-
still part of it.
Yep, insight willpower. That's me too.
You do your best then.
Sorry.
Coriostellum, I'm sure it would be very impressive.
I think I will also try to assist because I'm the most merchanty of us.
Hmm.
So I am not helpful.
Power
Well, I
of
guess
Zenith.
maybe.
Actually,
Maybe-
could I
all right.
spend a Fabula to re-roll?
I'll note you
It
are
would only be
re-rolling
giving
an
us
assist.
+1 though.
Oh, never
Like,
mind.
yeah, if all you're doing is helping, I'd save that Fabula point.
Yeah, I'll save it.
Or is Aura gonna throw in, or are you gonna keep an eye
Yeah.
out on those archers?
Seven's going to drop a sack of random stuff I found, mostly armor, some weapons, and yell, "Oi! I've got stuff to trade!" And then a couple desert expletives.
Funny.
And this is willpower. you said?
Willpower's part of it. Yep.
Yeah. Willpower. My two bad stats. 10 doubles.
Well, unfortunately, you're assisting, but hey, it's still a +1, so 14. Get some of the guards to withdraw back into one of the archers draws. Guard moves over to a small guardhouse, barely visible, and you only know it's there because you saw him walk into it. It just looked like a bit of wall. Jut.
Boy, their camouflage game is on point. Look at this place.
You hear this loud mechanical thing, except you would expect it to echo in a space like this until you realize you're only hearing it because you're so close.
There must be some sort of magical sound. Maybe natural. Wow. Cool.
And you gain entry into the city Grimwatch.
I'm hopping forward excitedly.
You look about and bound happily in, and you see that much of this place, and you hear the gate click itself closed and lock behind you. And you notice that all about you, despite it being daylight when you walked here, it is dark here, and everything is lit by that blue ghost light. And there seems to be a sort of a mist of fog across all the cobblestones and flagstones that dot the streets. But there are lights within the houses, quiet, stern folk eyeing you carefully, but they don't seem alarmed because you did come through the gate. Must not be an enemy. No bells. And you see there's guards milling about everywhere. Like this place is ready to go to siege any moment. But they give you a look. Going. Yeah, this is a town, all right. The most unwelcoming town in the countless realms, you're pretty sure. But hey, you're in, and no one seems to be stopping you from going these places.
Well,
And
I'm
I
looking
thought-
for a merchant quarter, I guess. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Mm.
same.
And I thought a Ravagor's roar was inhospitable.
Well, there may be good reasons for their inhospitality here. Living within the Darklands, perhaps the city has previously endured sieges, or it may be that the master of this town has his own personal reasons for, keeping his secrecy, and the folk who live here support him. We'll have to investigate.
Go to travel and look for the merchant quarter. D6 is the minimum die, so I can't actually make it go lower, I don't think. For your travel ability.
Sounds good. I'm definitely taking in the sights.
Ooh! Well, this turned out as 2s are crit for you guys.
Yep.
Somebody's a well-traveled folk. Despite how dark and dreary this place is, it would seem like
God, imagine if you rolled a 6 and we like immediately get mugged.
that.
You never know.
That would be our luck.
I think it would be most appropriate if it were Aether that got mugged, but yes. On the other hand, she could also be happy-go-lucky and lucky, right? But yeah, funny.
You find, rather than the rough and tumble guards of the gate, the merchant quarter has soldiers in the green and gold colors of the Duchy of Wakamal. As it seems that a merchant of Wakamal is here and is kind of bringing that slightest brightness to this otherwise dreary looking place. It's like a small enclave of the duchy, as you see everything around it's this dark, militant, ready to fight the world sort of place. And then there's this nice little market with little stalls, colored streams, and little flags, regular torches, little fairies kind of floating around, helping people. It's the one time the people of this city seem to smile. It's not a big smile. It's not a big beaming laugh, but it's a little smirk, a quiet chuckle. And the Wakamolians are kind of like, oh yeah, and they talk and they're engaging with people. It looks like they've been here for a while because they have like established stalls and people seem to know their names and stuff like that. You have discovered a Wakamal merchant enclave.
Cool. Okay, we gotta remember that this place is here. This is
Yep, perfect. Put that in our notes.
yeah. This is
In
gonna
fact,
be.
I'm adding it to my notes now.
This will be supremely helpful.
I'm gonna put a pin in this, literally, as in right, I forget it's here. Theater of the mind, significant maps, pin, not letter. Wrong thing is
Seven would like to sell off some of the junk she's been carrying in her inventory for far too long.
certainly. Stand by. Oop. Duchy Merchant Enclave. Nope. Smaller. Pin. Probably gets overshadowed by Grimwatch. Hilarious. There we go. That works. So you're going to sell off your junk?
I'm gonna drop this in chat. Does anyone want any of these?
No, I don't need any of that. Just all along.
Oh, what's brigantine?
Just kind of armor.
Yeah, no. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bring it on.
That was the best answer to that question. Defense 10, magic defense, your insight, initiative -2. And it's a martial armor.
Okay. I'm trying to confirm if that's better than the combat tunic I've got.
You get dex size +1 for defense and insight size +1. And you have no
Right.
initiative penalty.
No, right. I'm trying to determine whether that's a better pick or if it's just like a if it's a wash.
What's your dex number?
My dex is a D8.
So you get 9 defense from your tunic. This would bring it up to 10. But your magic defense would go down by 1.
So it's just a trade-off.
It's a trade-off. Okay. I'm good.
No, don't want it.
Nope.
Shall I keep one in my inventory for
Yeah, if you want
Alexander?
to keep, yeah, keep one in the inventory just in case.
Yeah, we
but-
don't need. No, we don't need any extra staves or robes or anything.
I think I'm good.
I don't need any of that junk. I can make my hands those at will.
What's the first thing you're selling?
I'm gonna sell off my shields first.
Bronze shields, are they?
Yep.
100 each?
100 each. Okay, that's 400. Then the swords.
Bronze swords, eh? 200 each.
200 each. So that's another 400.
That's 12,000, then 60. Mm-hmm. And then we'll sell up to 2 brigantine armors.
150 each.
That's 300.
We're running total is 1,100. Keeping it in my head.
Okay. And then I think I'll Aether uses stabs, right? Either do you use stabs?
I don't need any of this. Feel free to sell it all. Like, I have my own staff. I'm good. And I never
I'll
use
keep the robe on hand just as backup armor for someone. You got someone who loses their armor.
That's a good call.
And I think I'll keep that war axe for now. And I'll see if I can get a good quote and price for it. We'll see.
The war axe is 250 and it is a martial weapon.
Alexander's weapon bound, right?
I can use martial weapons.
Okay, I'll leave that for you then.
Alexander's special thing is his Zweihander. That's his quirk.
Okay. And the staff?
Staff is 100.
Ooh, okay. All right. So we've got a lot of zeniths to play around with.
And I have some stuff of my own to sell.
What you selling?
I have a bronze sword that I had as a backup weapon that I don't think I need anymore because now I have an older spear as a backup weapon.
200.
Okay, hang on. So that's I'm going into my backpack.
Wait, I wish I'd kept that sell now.
So I go up to 1043. And then I also have a bag of gems.
Bag of gems, you
Yeah, that I got as a reward for the puzzle and the for solving the riddle of the Sphinx.
Right.
That is-
Well,
That isn't going to be party treasure? Okay.
well, not if you ask it like that.
I mean, it was the thing I was given for solving the riddle of the Sphinx.
You have 1,000 zenith worth of gems.
Oh,
Good lord.
That's a lot of that.
well,
I would have had a roll to see if the person tried to rip you off, but you discovered the nicest merchants you're ever going to run into. They're so nice. They heard about this town and went, no, we need to make sure they have good trade. I'm setting up shop here.
okay. That's another 1,000 zenith. Dope.
Well, zenith, but dope's a different currency.
Ah.
Used in Southern Korea, Stellum across the ocean.
Wow. Nice.
Any other sales people want to do?
That's all the selling I want to do.
I
Unless
don't have
everyone
any
else-
For selling, but I will buy up 12 points of inventory.
Yeah. How much is it per inventory?
10.
10? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. I will spend. In that case, I will spend 50 zenith myself.
My inventory's still current, unused as far as I can tell.
Oh, jeez. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna see what Eckhart has for inventory. You know what? So he's not spending his own. I'll drop another 30 Zenit so that Eckhart has full inventory when he comes back. As I'll have Vibius and Umbrinius go off with Eckhart and get him whatever he needs.
Very good.
All right. Well, now that we've sold, we should look at what we can buy.
Yep.
I have a question. Is
Mhm.
there anybody here in this market stall who looks like they run a cartography shop, or sells maps? That
There's you look around, you notice that it's not in any of the particular stalls. You do see one storefront that has Welcome All Colors on it. That is called Pharaoh's Emporium.
all right? If nobody minds, I'd like to wander in there for a moment.
As it looks like a bit of a sundries shop, so it may have stuff that you wouldn't that are beyond a normal stall.
Sure. I'll go in and I'll greet whoever's behind the counter, what have you. Friendly.
One moment. You come upon a gentle soul who calls himself Cedric Farrow. He's a middle-aged man with green eyes and a nice, well-groomed beard. You see that the inside of the room is adorned with a variety of trinkets and potions and adventuring gear. And you see there are a few travelers like yourselves, although they're more fashioned in Darkland attire, so more darker armor, darker weaponry. But you know they're not from around here because they don't look like they're about to bite your head off anytime soon. And
Not local. Okay.
And Cedric comes over, sees you, and goes, hello. Welcome to my emporium. How can I help you?
Well, the question, sir, is I perhaps may have something that can help you. And I'm going to, take off my backpack and put it on a counter and dig the back of it and say, I have something here that I'm not actually interested in selling. However, if you possess the skills for it and the coin is worth it, I might allow you to work on copying some while I'm in town. And I will take out the true map of the true map of the Countless Realms Incomplete, the one that even has this city right on it. And I'll take it out and I'll roll it out on the counter and show it to him.
He looks it over, takes out a little jeweler's eyepiece and kind of leans right in on it and kind of looking over it. You notice he holds his breath and he holds his breath and covers his face a little bit to ensure he doesn't even spittle on it. He realizes how valuable it is.
Okay.
Eventually, after a bit of study, he stands upright from it. I could do a copy of. I could pay you some for it, but of about 500 Zenit. But I do have a suggestion for you.
I'm
Gentle
all
soul.
ears. As you can see, I'm all ears.
Yes. I would
But,
suggest
Hey, that's
seeking out a master cartographer at the Castle Highmount or the Secret Grove in the Duchy. Or if you're not going that way, could go to... That's a bit far away, but you could go to Koryo. It's the capital of the Republic off in the west. And I know there's one in Alcazar over in the Sultanate. You're going to the Khanate, I wouldn't bother. But if you go to any one of these capitals, you could easily get a master cartographer to not only do a better job and offer you better Zenit for it. Somewhere in the neighborhood, 1,000, 2,000 Zenit. They may also be able to help you interpret this map better. I mean, I could hire any old scrivener to sketch out a facsimile of it, but they won't do this justice. This is a master work that requires a master hand to properly copy.
I'm well aware that it's basically priceless, and I'm not looking to ever sell it.
Oh yes,
I expect to get plenty of use out of it. I'm just hoping that its value as a map worth something to other people to take notes from, copy what they can of it while it's here, because I sort of need.
Well, that's just it. Each time you get a copy of it, a facsimile of it, the value of it being copied diminishes.
I see.
So I would love to have a copy. I would pay you 500 and sell it off to someone else for 1,000, but I know that's going to hurt you in the long run. So I don't want to. If you want the money right away, I can do that, but I would hate to feel you were cheated.
I'll go to roll it up and I say, your direct honesty is highly appreciated. Thank you for your time. And I'll put it back in the backpack.
The light is brightest even in the darkest day. So they say. And so it is so far.
Yeah, maybe so, but it's only useful light if it's where you can see it. And
You can see me just fine. I hope, anyway.
Tip a pretend hat I'm not wearing as I exit his little establishment.
Okay.
A little crestfallen. I couldn't actually today. Oh well. That's all I had to do.
Cool. Is there by chance an inn somewhere?
There's a couple. There's a very nice inn and a kind of dingy looking inn.
I would propose that we spend the night here. Mainly
Sure.
because I can refresh my trade and make some contacts in town.
Sure.
I think it'd be pretty easy, and if we're concerned about safety, let's get 2 rooms. The men in one and the women in the other. We can watch each other.
I have a gun.
I suggest we stay at the
Perfectly
fancier
fine.
inn.
Oh my God.
One that looks a bit more
Merely offering.
nicer.
You'll go to see to the fancy inn, which is well lit. There are card games being played, dice being thrown, some nice burly looking guards keeping the peace. And this looks like the place where travelers go. At least travelers with Zenit to spare. Locals don't go here, the rest. Because frankly, it costs a bit to stay here. Which, you get some dirty looks from people out in the street who see you go in there. Because, oh great, it's more adventurers with all their Zenit going to spend it there. And you learn from the innkeeper that each room costs 40 Zenit a person.
Oof,
Yeah, nice.
twice average. I will pay for my.
Yeah, I'm going to say, are we sure we don't want to go to the other place? And are we sure we don't want to have anything that we consider party treasure and share out amongst the rest of us?
I mean,
For
I can
anybody?
cover for you guys.
Oh, thank you. I've been waiting to hear that. I'm so broke.
We'll spend 40 of my own Zenit.
I'll spend 40 of my own Zenit.
You all get yourself a room.
No, I have to go to the other place.
It's per room though, right? Or per person?
Per person.
Per person.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I'm gonna cover a room.
or is covering Aether's room. Because Aether
Yes.
really doesn't want to take it. Cheaper.
Aether can't afford a room. So,
We're covering your costs.
highly appreciated.
Okay.
The rest and stay here is, for all its expensiveness, it is about the same as any other city inn you'd see elsewhere in the Countless Realms. It's just the servers are somewhat polite. The food is warm. The tables are clean. The guards don't bother you. They're just kind of, that's the one weird thing that kind of stands out is the guards that are kind of dotted around on the common room floor and in the hallway to people's room. Someone finds the winds of trade, gains some zenith and trade points. Likely making contacts of the one or two other merchants that are probably here. Like, yeah, I'm staying in the nice place. I don't want to go to the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you all can benefit from a rest. So you get to choose camp activities
Hooray.
while you're staying here. And you may choose to adjust your bonds.
I don't think any new bonds have come into play for me.
I've got a new bond. I'm just making it right now.
I don't think Seven's changing her bonds for once.
I gain a bond of admiration for Duncan. She showed charity when I was in.
Good. Activity do each of you do? Stay at the inn.
I shall aim to benefit from training.
What does your training look like as you train in or perhaps in the small little garden that's in the back?
Probably in the garden, and mainly I'm going to be practicing using my what is the name of it that I have? My travel garb to take damage for me. Like
Whirling
Like
it around,
using-
trying to keep it to the thick parts.
yeah. Using it to protect against splashes, that sort of stuff. Mainly because I don't want to get like poisoned or what have you.
As you're training in the back garden, you do notice that someone happens to be walking by along an alleyway that near the garden. Kind of stop to watch what you're. This person armed quite well. They look like some sort of mercenary of some sort, venturer perhaps. Kind of. They don't say nothing. They just kind of watch you train for a while. Glaring at you behind one eye hidden by an eye patch, the other one sharp. And eventually, done, kind of carry on their way, walking to somewhere else, not in you're staying at.
Yeah, okay. That was weird.
Maybe even creepy. I can't think of anything better to do than daydream.
What perhaps do you daydream about? It's a nice little inn.
Daydream about what the master of this town must be like. That he's secretly some kindly old wizard trying to protect this danger. probably wrong, but that's my daydream.
Mm-hmm.
A fair enough daydream. One that is thankfully uninterrupted by anything sorcerous.
I think I know what I'm gonna do.
As do I.
Oh, can I go
Uh,
first?
Sure.
Zevin's going to do a planning with Lucius, if you'd like.
Oh, okay.
Once before the next rest, after the target performs a group check as leader or performs a check to examine someone or something, they may add a bonus of +4 to the result of that check. She wants to talk about the most efficient order to hit all the markets first thing in the morning.
Hmm.
Best deal.
You are a cunning one.
How
You-
get by?
Well, if this were an agora back in Coriostellum, which it's not, it would be most efficient to go here, 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 and here in that order. But considering the nature of Wokomal's markets, we may want to switch these two, as their opening hours tend to be a little more up in the air.
If we go this way, we can hit these ones in that order first.
Ah, crafty. I may have to bring you along to some of my negotiations back home.
Does anyone knows over here on Zenit? It's I can crack a deal.
And I forget, you, Seven, you don't deal in mind points, right?
Seven deals occasionally in mind points, but is essentially self-sufficient.
Okay.
She can steal it.
In which case, after all that is over with, Lucius is going to pass by Aether and say, "You did quite well today on the train. Fighting those undead abominations. I suppose having someone who's familiar with these dark lands does have its uses, and your presence is appreciated. As I am going to give Aether a pep talk
Right.
before the
You'll
next.
interrupt her from her reverie, like she'll break out of, like she was looking up at some clouds or something. And, oh, thank you. And then she'll like realize what you actually said fully, and she'll rush forward and like grab your hand with both of her hands and shake it up and down in an excited pumpkin. Thank you so much for recognizing. Thank you, thank you. And then she gives you a hug around the hips, legs.
Okay.
Overexcitedly accepting pep talk.
Please refrain from being overly familiar with my senatorial personage.
Oh yes, of course. So sorry, so sorry. No, let you go.
So before the next rest, if you are going to recover mind points, you may double the number of mind points you recover.
And that would include if I did something like drink a potion, right?
Yes.
Like anything. Okay, I will note it in my notes.
Yep, from any
Or my,
any old source.
Effects for camp. I made a permanent area.
Thus you all rest your dreams and dreams, enjoying the benefits of being in a safe place. And in your dreams, you see a room. In that room, there's a scrivener's table made of dark oak, ancient parchment, neat and orderly. It is in this wide space, lit by ghost light. Far beyond it, you see some sort of pedestal surrounded by giant statues carved of what appears to be ice, yet they do not melt. From their brace, a quill floats out from between them, drifts over to the table, begins to scribe the following. when heroes falter and shadows creep, a greater darkness begins to seep. From the failures of courage, wisdom, and might, a cataclysmic threat shall rise in the night. As lava engulfs pride, a machine takes all in stride. As chasm swallows the land, and wild magic consumes, heed the command. A convergence of doom from every corner will birth a beast, a world's mournful mourner. From fire, machine, chasm, and vine, a terror emerges, defying time. Its form a blend of all realms' despair, a creature of nightmares beyond compare. Its eyes hold the secrets of 1,000 falls, its voice the echo destiny's calls. Bound by the failures, strengthened by the loss, it rises from depths, a fate-twisting cross. Only those united, hearts intertwined, can challenge this darkness, fate aligned. For in their unity, power great, to undo the wrong, to seal their fate. Heroes bound by destiny's thread, stand as one, or all dead. Through trials of strength, courage, and heart, is forge a path, play their part. For the greatest threat, this realm's demise, can only be quelled by those who rise. When the last hero stands and shadows fall, they'll find the power to conquer all. In unity lies the realm's salvation, of hope beyond devastation. All clocks advance to wedges.
Ah, shit.
That's real ominous.
Sounds spooky.
And all of you wake. Stream burned into you.
I don't like that.
And worst of all, or perhaps best of all, depending on one's taste for a challenge, something else comes from all this.
Mm?
15 Ultima.
Ooh,
As you are made aware of that which will destroy the countless realm.
Yikes.
And it, too, is aware of you. And all of you have that certainty, that weight, like it's scribed into you.
Oh, but do
Yes.
we also know that it's aware of us?
Mhm.
Yeah, does being made aware of that grant us any fabula?
You each gain Fabula.
Well, it's
Great.
a deal so far.
I don't think this is the best trade.
I.
Yeah, when I get up, I'm going to ask if I assume staying Duncan since she covered Did you have a nightmare too?
I had a disturbing dream, yeah.
Me as well.
Eh.
Creepy rhyming and talks of apocalypse.
Yeah, who talks like that?
And a quill.
Who writes like that?
Telling you. A vile being for sure. But then perhaps we're merely shooting them. Yet no hand held that quill. If it's a,
Time to waste it. Come on, let's go shopping.
I'll look at that. Uh, are we all going shopping or doing different things?
I'm going shopping.
Okay. I think I would like to go and investigate the wizard tower and see about the master of the city. I'd like to. I'll take that as a no. Have fun on your shopping trip, everyone.
Eh.
Get me
Shop.
something nice for lunch. I don't know, or give me a souvenir.
So Ventus and Seven go to market.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Where does Duncan go to?
Probably also to market. I'm gonna see if I can find non-martial armor that is better than my current armor.
What's your current armor?
Travel garb.
You can get a Sage Robe for 200 Zenith that increases your magic defense by 1. Your initiative by an additional 1.
Hmm.
Or you can look in the Emporium and try to see if you can find something a little more expensive but a lot more useful.
I'll check the Emporium.
I'll go ahead and pass along. Don't worry about tank initiative because I'm going to lead the party in initiative rolls, and I have a +4 anyway. The armor I wear, so we'll always have a good party initiative. I don't.
As long as you're here.
Right. Well, I'm just saying I expect to be with you guys. Just offering that as your metagame aid.
Appreciate it.
Armored.
Yeah, we should have 2 people in the party with good initiative. The rest of us can dump it.
Yeah, that's basically all I'm saying. Feel free to dump it. If it gives you other stats, that's fine.
How much then are you looking to spend, fellow merchant? Says Cedric at his Emporium. I can shop for you, but look through my stores rather than have you wait here and wander to see what trinkets I bear. No sense me showing you things that you wouldn't want to spend.
I could afford to part with about, let's say my budget is about 450 Zenith.
450 Zenith will sadly only get you the basic armors that you can get most, such as the Sage armor.
Ah.
Anything more would require north of, well, at least 800, if not 1,000, if not more. Magical fabric is hard to come by, found by adventurers.
How much is the basic, that basic robe again?
The Sage Robe is 200.
Okay. I'll see if I can buy a sage robe off of him then.
He has plenty of sage rope. He'll sell you one.
Okay. Gives me a little bit more magic defense, so.
What did you have before? Just travel garb?
Yes.
Yeah,
+1 to magic defense isn't.
right.
Oh, do you
But
want to
at a
sell your
cost of
travel
1
robe?
unit. So yeah.
Sure, actually, I'll sell my travel gear.
Give you 100 for it.
Cool.
Makes your sage robe more affordable.
Yeah. And I'll save money for next time I'm visiting with some folks.
So what are Devin and Avantis shopping for?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if there's anything that I really can. If there's anything I want to buy that'll even help me right now.
Well, Seven's looking for a new gun and maybe some new armor.
Well, in the general shops, there is the pistol, but that's basically what you have anyway. So you can get a spare if you so wished. But if you want something more rare than that, you'll need to speak with Cedric.
Well, let's see what Cedra has.
Hello, good day, Sultanate Traveler. Glad to always see someone who appreciates the magic of tech.
Yeah.
Are you looking to purchase a Magisphere? Or are you here for some advancements on your firearm? I presume you have one. Oh, you do have it on your hip. Sorry. A lot more observant than that.
She'll kind of plunk it down on the table. Yeah. The hammer keeps sticking. No matter how much I fix it, I think it's just a matter of wearing out.
Got it. Next insight weapon, HR8. For 150, I could make it purely a revolver, purely based on your dexterity rather than willpower. Dare to fire the thing.
Okay.
For about 200, I could add some length to the barrel, reinforce the firing mechanism. It'll still require some insight on your part and some dexterity. It will be a little more accurate, +1. And it will hit a bit harder, +12 instead of +8. But it will be two-handed use, unfortunately, just because of the longer barrel.
GM, what are the rules for dual wielding?
Unless there's a talent, I don't believe you get multi. I don't think Fabula Ultima models that. Though, I would say, nah, it doesn't do that. No, that's the realm of ability. I was gonna say something. I'm like, no, I know that's a thing. In the.
I'll need to look at what gives me dual wielding.
Yeah.
She would look cool with two weapons. But, considering she has nothing in her offhand currently, that two-handed one sounds pretty good. You said for 200 extra?
Yep.
Sold.
Pardons himself to take your pistol and have it worked on by an armorer he knows. Or one that works for him, better way to say. Short order, you find yourself in ownership of what he calls an Istengar.
Ooh, okay, I'll upgrade my. It gets +1 to hit by default. Or is it +1 with my weapon mastery?
I put it in the Discord chat. There you go.
Thank you.
See, yeah, it does. It's your Dex Insight +1. So if you have something that gives a +1
weapon mastery.
Yeah.
Yoo-hoo.
What about the noble scion of Coria Stellum?
Okay, there's an accessory that I'm looking for. If I can't find that specific accessory, I'm just gonna look and see if there are any shields. I want to see if I can't find an accessory that's called a tactician's diadem.
Tactician's diadem.
Yes, it is page 81 of the High Fantasy Atlas.
Ah. If he does deal in high fantasy goods as well as techno fantasy. Yeah, I'll note if you tried to buy this from the regular market, you wouldn't have found people that had this stuff. They wouldn't be this connected.
Right.
This is a master merchant who just he said, "I'm not adventuring anymore. I live here now."
So we'd have one.
I'm gonna check to see if it's within.
Boy, that'd be great if it did. It would really synergize well with stuff.
Yep.
What page? Sorry.
81. It makes it so that
Oh, there it is. Yeah, he 800. He has that.
Yeah, it makes it so that when I do my wombo combo, that lets someone take their turn after mine, whoever takes their turn after mine also gets 5 mind points.
Well, if they weren't at max.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he tells you that he has one of those. Much to your surprise, you look around, you've heard of such a thing. It's a rare thing that only certain people have. And yeah, he has one of those. Someone traded it in for something better. Tells you.
Oh, yeah, purchased. Now I have a tactician's diadem. That's cool. It's a fun accessory.
A little, I was trying to think what a diadem was, and it looks like it's some sort of like crown-looking thing, or is it like that's something you put at your throat?
I don't know what a diadem is.
Diadem is something you wear on your forehead, like a little crown.
Oh, I didn't know what that was called.
Yeah,
for some I thought that was like head pendant, which I know isn't correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a metal band around your forehead with a gem right in the front, like she's got a little eye. Yeah.
And to imagine that it's a fitting thing for Lucius's vibe.
Oh yeah, you're totally the kind of guy who'd wear a diadem.
Well, the one that he purchased just so happens to sort of look a bit like a laurel wreath.
Sure.
It was probably from a person from the Republic who sold the turn.
Yep, because it's got to have the aesthetic.
Oh wow, did you see the alchemist bag?
Yeah, I saw that. That is absolutely something for
Yeah.
More Duncan to pick up when they have the
More
Zenith
Duncan
there.
is currently AFK, but when she gets back, we got to tell her about it.
If that was a Zenith, though, she wasn't spending that much in one go.
Fair
Yeah.
enough, but
But it
for
is
the future, she might want to put that on her shopping.
But would you like to see what Aether's up to?
Yeah.
Yes, I would like to.
So you seek out the tower.
Yes. Now, I know that in my current form, I'm not exactly a sort of person who go undercover. However, I have a way to get around that. So what I was going to do was start by sort of, walking around the courtyard around the tower and look at the people and how people get in and out of it. Spend a little time examining the people who are coming to and fro from it. And then I was going to determine if I needed perhaps a disguise. And if I do need, then I can mimic or shapeshift into someone who looks like they'd be able to get in and out.
As you are spying about the place, you find yourself teleported from where you stand.
Okay. It just happens.
It just
Okay.
happens. Thankfully,
Fair enough.
it's a benevolent teleport.
Okay. Oof. I appear in a magic sword.
Actually, I have the wrong.
Music is so good.
You suddenly find yourself teleported in atop the tower.
Oh, okay. Where am I exactly?
In the center of this tower, you see in all directions the wide span of Grimwatch. You see the trees that buffet anything from seeing, but you're just high enough that you can kind of see through the tops of the trees to pretty much in all directions. You can see to the northeast there is a port. You can see some sailing ships coming and going. And on the tower with you, you see a blonde-haired, pale-skinned elf in long archmage's robes. Steps away from the edge of the tower and walks over to you.
Okay. I sense that this is probably the master of the tower, so I will curtsy and bow my head low and say, I am Aether of the Darklands. Apologies if I come to call without announcing myself yet. I knew not how to send to reach you.
He looks upon you. There. I am Thalios, gentle creature. And you, I have met before in my ebon spire.
Does he look like someone I've seen in a dream before?
Now that you think about it, yeah.
Could you say that name again so I can type it?
In Discord.
Thank you. Thalios. Okay. Would I need to make a memory roll to recall what I can remember of him?
Willpower's part of it.
Like power. Okay, well, I will roll for it. Must be a fool. Oh no, did that not work? Oh, I didn't hit those. Okay.
12, you said. You know that this is Thalios the Umbral Sage. They have been, from their ebon spire, they have studied and researched the Darklands, various magical forces in it. They've been here for a very long time. Longer than most elves ever dwell He's the only elf to have a high elf to live in the Darklands for as long as he has. Most don't like living here because they're not. Most high elves aren't dark affinitied. He's light affinityed, but he stays. He was light affinity and slowly became dark affinity. Oh, that's how long he's been here. He's become a high elf of the Darklands, probably the only one in existence.
See, a high wizard for certain. I'd say. I'll rise and say, of course, Thalios, I apologize. It has been some time since I've seen within my mind's eye, and I did not recognize you. But to be honest, I did not expect to ever truly see you face to face. And I will rise and extend a hand to shake his.
You notice he doesn't reach out for your hand, and then a memory kind of twigs in the distance for you that among high arcanists, it is polite not to touch you, because that can be used as a way to cast spells. He's politely not casting a spell, even appearing to cast a spell at you.
Fair enough. Then I'll pull my hand back and say, "Oh, so sorry, I forgot." It's I suppose if you know me well, then you would know that I'm not the most well versed in social graces. Please forgive my transgression.
You were never an arcanist. Your abilities are more inward. Though there are magics that your body allows you, unlike many others. I do have a question for you, though.
How may I serve you?
He smirks a little bit. Did you slay the Dark Sorceress? Or have you lost your memory again?
Dark what? I suppose I must have lost my memory, because I know not of what you speak, my lord.
Well, I suppose we should count ourselves fortunate that she hasn't slain you or tried. I suppose she can't transfigurate your body given your unique abilities. It is a problem that you failed again. I imagine you did everything you could. What monstrous abilities do you have?
Well, currently, I am able to form myself into a number of shapes. I can give myself great armor. I can manipulate my limbs into any sort of weapon or attack, including ranged attacks. I can make my tail that I grow and the legs that I use also as useful as my arms themselves for attacking at once. I can as far as I can also make them poisonous. I also can still speak with the creatures, the beasts, the plants, the monsters of the world.
You've remastered your body then.
I suppose so. I can even grow wings and fly, or see in the dark, or breathe underwater if I need to. I have currently learned spells from creatures of Darklands, and I know that I can learn more. I can breathe forth flaming ember breath that I learned into the Darklands, and I can cast forth the Umbral learned from the undead, as well as howls of tragedy from elves.
Sounds like you must have stolen away with one of the sorceress's artifacts. Normally one of your kind wouldn't be able to pull from creatures of the undead and demonic. You're connected to the Darklands more than ever before, it seems. Which is a curse in its own way, some would say, but In your case, it is of great benefit.
Indeed. I suppose it's certainly saved my skin many times. I must ask, you seem to know more of me than I do. Is there something that I should know about myself that I don't? Because I'll be quite honest with you, I've felt quite lost recently.
My understanding that you are a rare creature, a humanoid monster hybrid created by the sorceress, the dark sorceress, some time ago. For purposes that baffle me, since none of you have designs of conquest or villainy. Some do, but not with the certainty of a golem or a magic lantern.
Are you saying I'm not the only one of my kind?
Certainly not. You're spread out across the countless realms.
I look very surprised. I see.
The Aether in front of me is the only one of the Darklands who has not who somehow gets to my tower every time and is not attempting to kill me.
I blink. I've been here before?
Many times.
So the dreams I had weren't just dreams, they were memories.
What of those you travel with? I've never seen you travel with people. You're usually far more cautious.
I've recently been saved by these people. It's been made quite clear to me upon journeying with them to Wakamal that they are on a quest to save the realms, and I can think of no greater deeds that I could accomplish, no greater use for my abilities to aid them in their efforts somehow. I admit those efforts have been meager most of the time, but I'm doing what I can because I feel their endeavor well.
A junk dealer, a scion, and an herb, along with dark sorceresses. I've heard of stranger stories, but I think this one tops most of them. Kind of looks out off the side of the tower for a second, just kind of a little disoriented by what you just told him.
A junk dealer and a scion? I look confused. I know about the Dark Knight, but...
Dark Knight? He looks back. No Dark Knight within the city walls.
No, he's guarding our transportation right now. But he is as honorable and worthy as any among us.
Didn't try to slay you. Strange.
No, he's on a quest to save the countless realm.
The Dark Knights of the Holy Empire have designs against your kind. But he doesn't seem to care. Perhaps he was never told.
I look concerned, but then I say, you must know that aside from someone as ill-informed as myself, many would look upon you and think the worst as well. I trust my companions with my life.
Will that you should again, Aether. I would ask something of you, and for now, don't think I'll ask you to go after the Dark Sorceress. I think fate has brought you to their care for some reason. I feel that if I move you from them, I will weaken you and them at the same time. Doesn't help any of us. But sense among them the artifacts of the Whispering Ruin. Come in contact with at least two of them. Have you found a quill, perhaps?
I have not, but I dreamed of one last night. In fact, all of us did.
Prophecy, then. Quill speaking to you.
It had a very long story for us. I struggle to remember all of it, but if you wish, I will write as much of it as down as I can recall.
You can attempt a willpower is part of it as you try to force yourself to remember because you're right. It was a long text.
Sure, I will give it my best effort. I would like to know if there's any way that I can utilize my shapeshifting ability to give myself to this role or enhancement.
Is there anything that increases willpower
Or
or insight? I suppose because you could make
yeah,
the other
I
half of
can
it.
increase my insight by a die step.
Yeah, you could just make your side insight and just give yourself a boost to insight, and that would kind of help you have a better memory.
Sure. Then
I'll note that that Thalios doesn't blink at your transformation. He is very used to you doing that.
okay. Then make the roll then. Would there be any modifier to the roll?
+1. It was pretty recent.
Oh, that's terrible. I would like to use a Fabula point,
What trait?
calling my desire for belonging.
Explain that one to me.
Well, I feel that this is the first person I've met who knows me. So I would feel a greater sense of belonging with him if I were of use to him.
I'll take that from you.
Or
15 with the +1. Oh yeah, right. You already have the +1. Doi. I'm smart. Yeah, you're able to recall it. You're able to rewrite the entire thing from the end.
okay. Well, I will get a full copy down for him and for myself as well, so that we have that available. As long as I'm in the process of doing, and then
Easily.
I will give it to him and say, this is what the Quill wrote out for us in our. I fear my current lack of knowledge of the world around me makes me capable of properly. But perhaps you could aid me with that.
Strange. This is referring to the cataclysmic convergence. That was
What is
tied.
cataclysmic convergence?
Well, that's just it. The young Duke of the North found a way to seal it with his Eclipsean magic. But it seems that isn't enough. He's only sealed a part of it. The rest of it must be waking up in other places. Lava engulfs Pride. Probably Costello. Sheen takes in stride Tuscara. Chasm. It's pretty. Probably the Isles. Wild
We're
magic
going to have
would
to
be
travel the entire world, aren't we?
Conant. Well, if nothing else, the local countless realms. I'm sure some Archmage or another will prevent the Holy Empire from being consumed. Much to my annoyance. But I think we have not run out of time just yet. I think curbing it with those that you travel with, you may be able to curb. I don't think you'll be able to stop it from converging, but you'll be able to greatly weaken it. The faster and more thoroughly you clip its portals into the countless realms. And then one day it will come. If it does, with all those flight feathers clipped, it may be far easier to slay, or slay perhaps is strong, to recontain. It is
I'll
a
nod
sickness.
as if I understand, but I don't. You said you had a favor you wished me to accomplish.
If you come upon, I would ask you, as I imagine you already are, to seek out the Whispering Ruins. And should you find yourself in possession of the Umbral Quill, that which you dreamed, I ask you to bring it to me. I shall use it to divine best way for your fate to be fulfilled.
I accept. And, I would hope that there would be. Well, put this. There's really no polite way to put this, but to be blunt, I am struggling in a financial fashion. So, in return for accepting your quest, I would hope that there would be some payment available for it, or favors in return.
You have traveled with adventurers longer than I thought. He smiles warmly.
Right.
I could see about an adventurer's reward. We don't have a guild to do it officially, but I can see about it.
That would be acceptable.
Between,
Thank you.
I'll give a share of Zenith. I'll say about 500 for each of you, and as well, I will use the Quill to your benefit. There is,
Of course.
your fates are tied to this cataclysm in some way. Any guidance, I hope, will aid you in your ability to thwart it.
Of course. My thanks for your time, and sorry if I took you away from for important. I know it probably seemed unusual to see me skulking about your tower, but I was wondering how to get in and talk to you anyway. So it's a good thing you spotted me.
Each time you skulk, it tends to, it was surprising the first 3 times, but after a while I found that that's your cautious nature.
You know what to look for, eh? My
Besides,
ears twitch.
the Ebon Spire is Grimwatch, and I am the Ebon Spire.
You know, as soon as I saw this city, I knew that there was something. Can't explain it, but I just felt it, and I had to get inside. And I'm so glad that it was good to meet you, even though it still feels like the first time for me. Perhaps in time the rest of my men turn, but even if they do not, this was a blessed meeting. Thank you again for your time.
He nods, he waves his hand, poof, disappear back to the alleyway that you were skulking in.
Okay. I'll make my way to the market area where I know everybody else is shopping, so that I can catch up with them, maybe get lunch and tell them about everything I did.
And that will be where we end it for today, as you found a city somehow, and learned more about your grand quest, and you finally know what that big clock's all about.
Cool.
But don't worry, it's not like you're over 1/4 of the way of it being filled. It's perfectly fine. It's all okay here. For all of you watching, thank you very much for watching. For those of you playing, thank you very much for playing. Again next time. Bye.
We got to start rolling some critical hits in order
And we
to.
gotta start turning back clocks. Oh
Yep.
yeah, I was thinking that too. I already did that once. Remember? I already turned one back without even did before.
And I have a thing that makes me do it at a slightly better rate too.
Right. You
Oh,
get
cool.
extra sections. But yeah, great. That was a really fun game. Thanks.
Hmm.
That was cool. Really glad we found that city. That's neat.
Agreed.
Yeah. That totally changed the direction of tonight's game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and not only that, but it was a really interesting and a very cool city design. I'd like to compliment you on that, Corby. It's very cool. Like the concept of the cities. I love
Yeah,
it.
will admit, very off the cuff, because I was like, you found a city. Uh-oh. It's like, so if you found a village, it'd be like, it's a village. I can think of that. City. Oh,
Right.
God. I have to think of a
Well,
city and what its theme is.
I gotta
and
say, I
everything.
think you did a great job. It's fantastic. It is a wonderful addition to the campaign.
And
I
then,
love it.
when you went to the Dark Tower, I was going to have you run into the Dark Sorceress and pick on you. And then it's like, I'll roll to see if you get a discovery. Discovery. Friggin', okay, fine. It's a nice wizard who knows who you are and will help you.
So my daydream even came true.
Yeah. Well, that's what gave me
Which
the
is
idea.
even
I was
funnier.
like, what's the good thing you want from this? Oh, you want to meet a nice wizard. Well, I can do that.
Well, that's pretty lucky.
That's
Great.
fun.
I enjoyed it.
The power
Thanks.
of discovery.
Yeah.
Great time.